Hello, beautiful beings. Hello, divine creators. We are Kemet. Thank you so much for joining us. And as you can hear, it is raining, so we trust you can all still hear us clearly with the background vibrational frequency of raindrops purification. Let us see what is coming through for you at this time. A reminder that we do have a new channel, kemet.oracle, where we do tarot and oracle weavings, crystal weavings, and spellwork and energetic weavings, elemental weavings. We look forward to seeing you there. There's a link in the description below. Otherwise, let us receive beautiful divine creators. Whew. Okay, we have received your information, and now it's time for your integration. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in. Viriatur talozatos, kiriesh kiatur talovalaveresh. Deep breath out. Kiviesh kiaturos, kiviash kiatur talozatos kiatir. Deep breath in, viliatur talozatos, riesh kiatur talozatos riatiresh. Deep breath out, viriesh kiaturo, talovalavesh, talovalavesh, talovalavesh. Deep breath in, kiriesh kiatur, talovalaviriesh kiazatur talozaros. And deep breath out, kiviesh kiaturos, ritaros taloviresh. Keep breathing at ease. Kiriatur talozatos riaviresh. Raiaturos talozatos riavir, viriesh riaturos talozatos, viriesh riaturos talozir, riaviresh razatalavariatos, riatur kiatalos kalatiresh, talozalavere kiresh kitur, taloviriash. Viash kiatazo viriesh kiatur talozato leveriesh, riatiresh kiazutora viriesh kiaturos talozato riviriesh. Riash kiaturo taloziresh, viviarosh, connecting to your crown chakra, kiratala viriesh, riviatur talozalavir, viriesh kiaturo, connecting to your root chakra, kitalavarosh, riviriesh kiatur talozatos kiataresh, riviaveriesh, connecting to your grid, kiturosh, diliviresh kiataro, kiriaviresh kiazitros kalatur talavalavesh. Riash, 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 rivaroturos, riash, 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 rivarotaros, riash, 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 ritivo laviresh, ritroshki laturo talave, vilviataro talavalo viresh katir. Miatriesh kiatur, miatriesh kiatar, miatriesh kiatir, miatriesh kiatur, miatriesh, miatriesh, miatriesh. Kiriaturo talavalavesh riaziresh kitar, talavalaveresh riash kiatur, talavalaveresh riataro kiet. Riesh katura valavaros, riesh katura valavaro, kiesh kiato. The time has come for the complete embrace of all that you are. It is time that which comes in now to be your everyday experiencing, to be your everyday reality, to take precedence, to be your focal point, a purification where the new energies coming in are clearing all of the old frequencies that no longer serve you in order for you to truly step into your power. And for you to finally see the shifts and the changes you are wanting, however, in a new way and in a new light and in a new experiencing. That which you are is extraordinary, and the way in which you are truly to experience your truth is very unique to you and very unique from everything else that has been experienced upon the earth, any way else, in any manifest way that has been. Which is why you are truly asked to trust the process every step of your way and to allow yourself the true experiencing of self. The light codes you have just received in the integration are assisting to anchor in new energy for you. The energy is to assist in the changes you are wanting at this time. And it's for this week or whichever week, whenever you're watching this, these are all timeless. Whenever you are receiving this, in the week you are receiving it, it's to bring changes, wanted outcomes, manifestations, to bring through what you're wanting. And as these things are anchoring in, there is a purification process you're going through, which is just releasing and cleansing fears, anxieties, any restrictions, any limitations, anything that could be causing a malalignment, a hindrance to you receiving that which is yours. Kiritalo talavaroshkia zarikosh katira la kalaturove rayeshkia tavi rayesh. The receiving of you is everything, for it truly allows you the exploration of all that you are. It allows you the exploration of the source you are and the truth of your divine power. We were going to explore this in a conversation with Kemet segment, and yet we find it will align with this integration. So we're going to have this conversation here. In a Sunday session with Kemet, a beautiful, one of you, beautiful being Sandra, asked about God, and you were inquiring whether the being we had connected with in the meditation was God who created us. And we then were replying to you saying that you are the God that created you. And would like to just come back to this understanding. For we have 3 years, 4 years when we started this channel, it was Dumela Universe, and we were still the Sala awakening through the experiencing. And we had already brought through messages of creation, of understanding God and energies. And yet we feel that perhaps a refresher or a bringing this information back, these foundational informations, foundational understanding, will assist you, some of you at this time for your shift, others of you this information you already know, but perhaps a confirmation is due. So when we had begun our awakening process, we were born into a family where our biological father was responsible in the ways in which we were looked after, we were fed, we were clothed, we were educated. And yet in the nurture and care department and love energy is not really present. So a lot of anger, a lot of violence, a lot of abuse, which of course was generational and accepted culturally. So when we were born, just a lot of angry, fighting, fear-based energies we never really understood. And they had passed. And we were in our mid-20s, and we remember asking, for we were a bit confused, we asked Source, we don't understand. We are born into this family where this man is here, raging and angry, and this fear-based energy, and now they're gone. What was the point of that? What do we receive from that? Why were we born into such an experience? And that was the beginning points of our awakening, for then we received a voice, just as we're speaking to you now. Clearly we heard, well, In order for you to understand that process, you first have to start with forgiveness. But before we can even begin with forgiveness, we first need to explain to you creation. For your understanding about creation and the universe needs to be shifted before you can understand why you experienced what you did. And we began receiving channeling from that day, clearer more than ever before. And this is what they shared with us that very first day. God, in all the religions, beliefs, cultures, and experiences, there's one theme, there's one thing which is carried through all of those teachings. God is infinite, unconditional, everywhere, abundant, is all things, and is within you. And the teachings are there, and yet humans do not apply. God, source, universe, this energy, doesn't care what you call it. We are humans, we cannot name an infinite being and define it. And this energy, which is infinite and everything, wished to explore itself. How? Through each and every single one of us, being a unique experiencing of this infinite energy. How else can an energy which is infinite and eternal understand itself unless it is manifest in separate individual experiencings of itself? Each and every single one of you, every single thing in the universe, the trees, the animals, the stars, the planets, the air we breathe, everything is an extension of God experiencing itself in multiple infinite ways. You are truly God creating yourself. Thou shalt not honor any other God than me was a self-instruction to you. For humans, we tend to honor other things, other people as gods before yourself. See how you shift for family and friends, for colleagues, for strangers, at home, at work. How many different people are you? How many ways do you shift for others? Are you ever your true self? Do you truly honor yourself at all times? Or are you always making excuses? But I have to be professional, but I have to be polite, but I have to be respectful. Every single time those buts, you displacing your power for other beings because of illusion, rules made up by other people years and years and years ago. So, humans are made of the physical. They are born of the physical. That is what makes them so unique and so special. They are born of this absolute separate frequency. And their infinite power is whatever they think, whatever is in their mind space becomes. And it's beautiful. It's absolute magic. They manifest everything. Yet they forgot this. For they do not allow an organic experiencing of the God force energy they are within them to then guide them, to then allow them the discovery of what they are. Because as soon as they're born here, they're given a name, they're given a culture, they're given a belief system, they're given a past which has nothing to do with them, they're given the illnesses, the ailments, the struggles, the sufferings of all the generations. Information that has nothing to do with you is given to you at birth. You are source. You already have everything you've ever needed within you, and you are ready to come into this physical existence and explore all you are. But before you even have a chance to breathe, you are given information. And you create according to this information. And humans have been creating according to this information of their own making for so many years that they forget and have forgotten that they are truly God, creating. They have been conditioned to believe in external energies which create for them. And remember, whatever you have in your mind becomes. So should you then honor an external frequency and believe that in servitude or in suffering, in unworthiness, in whatever it is, that's how you receive. Of course, then you call that frequency, and that is the reality you then live in. And should you live in that reality for long enough, it simply becomes the only truth there is. Cycles of the light creating the light, the known creating the known, conditioning creating conditioning, programming creating programming. Humans really have this need to make everything permanent. But we have to preserve the culture, preserve the histories. And all the eternal beings wonder, wow, do you really want to be one note forever? If you truly want to experience that culture, that race, that religion in its purest frequency, when you transition and should you wish to return to earth, you can return to the timeline where that culture, religion, tradition has been birthed, when it's rich in its roots, beginning, because then you are really experiencing it fully, completely, and you can do that. You are eternal. Nothing is lost. Everything is always in the eternal frequency. And you can go to any timeline in any dimension to live whatever experience you want to. Yet you came into this dimension, this lifetime, this experience, to discover the infinite frequency of you, because you knew, in this timeline, right here, right now, Earth shifts into the fifth dimension, the Aquarian realm, where infinite versions of Earth are possible, where infinite realities can finally materialize upon this one planet, where different realities are allowed to be, where different experiences of you are allowed to be. You came here to awaken your own universe, your own reality, because finally, in this realm, in this domain, your frequencies can be. So you beautiful beings are not from Earth. You are not of the physical, as the humans here we find and we found. You are from the source, some from spirit, some from shadow, some from divine, some from unknown. You are from other dimensions and other realities and other experiences. And you came here, one, to experience how your frequency and energy materializes in this physical, which is the most physical anything has ever been. That's what excites us about this realm. Everything is tangible. Everything we used to feel nebulous wherever you were in your realms can now materialize and be. And by being here, guess what? Wherever you are from, you assist that energy to materialize its physical state as well. For example, Velastri from the spirit realm came through, and many of you remember that we embodied Velastri for some time to teach us the awakening of the shadow, to love the shadow into being, into light, and access the full capacity of all that we are within. And near perhaps the end, the last few weeks when we were releasing Velastri to truly embody our true Kemet energy, we had a glimpse of Velastri, had a vision of this world, this plane of existence. Very futuristic. These vehicles in air, flying about. And then we saw this being hover in mid-air, this cloak behind them, very regal, and yet a lot of love. And they turned around and they looked at us and smiled and zoomed off. And we knew that was Velastri. And they had given us a glimpse of a physical reality where they had physically formed because of the experiences that we are having here in the physical realm. They now have access to experience their worlds in physical materialization, which is extraordinary. You are God creating. You have always been. And yes, some of the lower interfering energies of control, of fear, suffering, anxiety, depression, pain, manipulation, abuse, those energies they enjoy when humans displace their power, for then they can feed off the energy. Should you serve fear, then fear is in control of you. Should you enslave yourself to a belief system, then you forever are enslaved, giving up your power to these other frequencies, which can then enjoy your light while you remain in the infinite unawakened darkness, the absence of you. Humans were lost here for quite some time, creating a lot of war and chaos and killing and abuse and suffering without knowing. Right now, many beings think, oh, it's gotten so much worse. Oh, the killings, oh, the violence. It is not worse. We are simply aware of it. There is an increase of love, increase of consciousness, that we are aware of it, and we are aware, so we're saying that is not okay. That is the only difference. What was okay years ago is no longer okay now. For there's a higher consciousness, a higher awareness, a higher frequency of love available. We understand there's a far better way of being, and there's no more excusing it. There's no more excusing the pain and the suffering, when there's truly a more harmonious and loving way to exist. So you beautiful beings came here to explore how you would look like, how the God force energy within you, which you have explored in many different forms, in many different ways. You remember these ways now. The galactics, the angelics, the elven, the fairy, the dragon, the unicorn, all the beautiful centaurs, the stars, all the beautiful frequencies you have connected with. You remember the infinite ways you have explored yourself throughout time and space and eternity. And you came here to awaken your most physical way, your most physical self. Interference was met, for here you are not allowed to explore and discover from self. Here you are given information when you are born. So you had to receive this information, and you elected starting points, starting places. Your very origin, your family, your culture, your tradition, whatever you identified with, that was the perfect ingredients, the perfect ways in which you would understand yourself, rediscover yourself. The date you were born, the numerology, the star signs, the planetary alignments. Every single thing was a map back to you, a guide back to you. For you would receive it, and it would be in opposition to your truth. You elected frequencies of opposition for the most part. Some of you elected frequencies in harmony, and yet there was still learning there. For indeed, you would still have to elect your source at the end. So a beautiful experience with all the abundance you could ever ask for, and yet you feel you are still to release it. All paths have their challenges. All paths have their healings. It just depends on what you are and what you came here to anchor, what aspect of source, the source you are. So, for all of you beautiful beings awakening, it is so important that you release the understanding of the old energies, of the illusion, the false illusion. For this physical realm is illusion itself. It is all an honoring of the source you are, this reality. Wherever you focus on, it shifts. So it is time for the illusion to honor you, to become divine illusion. And the only way this can happen is when you release all the old programming and all the old ways. You manifest yourself into being. You always do. This realm restricts you from being your authentic being in the beginning. And so whatever challenges and whatever path you have been on has been the awakening of you, the liberation of you, the divine rebellion, for it required you releasing the conditioning, releasing the programming, and allowing yourself a discovery of all that you are in order for you to finally discover and learn about the God force you are in this physical reality. For this physical realm is first and foremost a realm of learning, for it mirrors you. You are able to see that which you are from the experiences, the situations, and the co-creations you are having every single moment. It is not easy, for then you have to take accountability for everything you've experienced. And it's so much easier to blame a devil for the bad and blame a God for the good, right? That's what you've been programmed. But when you understand, I don't excuse the behavior of the people who have hurt me or have caused me suffering. I don't excuse the situation or the experience that has been of pain and suffering. Yet I do take into account that my energy must have attracted it in some way. What did I believe? Was I positive about the world? Was I loving? Or was I defining everything in fear? Was I defining everything in pain and suffering, in abuse? Then of course I will attract that to me. Of course I will attract that which I fear. Of course I'll attract that which I speak of, which I think. You are the creator. So to take accountability is to take accountability of all of that which you attracted, co-created with, and enabled, facilitated by your beliefs, by your understanding. And to forgive yourself, understanding, hey, as the divine Maya Angelou says, we only do our best until we know better, then we do better. You were creating with the knowledge and the understanding you had at the time. And now that you know better, release and be the current knowledge, the current understanding. Allow this to free you, not to cause you fear. For most fear, thinking, oh no, but if there's nothing creating for me, then what's going to happen to me? Everything. For now you reclaim your creative power and understand that every being and energy that has been assisting you has been co-creating with you to guide you to your source. They are called spirit guides. They're guiding you to you. As soon as your source, they no longer need to guide. Now they are your co-creative partners. And they are so looking forward to you elevating yourself to the divine and to the holy frequencies in which you have connected with them. You are source power itself. And you're discovering yourself because you finally released yourself of the enslavement of human knowledge. The fruit born of human knowledge. Recycled knowledge. Knowledge that doesn't belong to you. Past knowledge of frequencies long gone. It is time for you now to be present, open to your power, understanding your power is worthy. Your power creates everything. Your power is abundant. Your power is allowed. Your power is success. Your power is victory. Your power is peace. Your power is love. Your power is healing. Your power creates. Your power celebrates. Your power supports. Your power is liberation. Your power liberates. Your power is inspiration. It inspires. Your power builds. Your power heals. Your power is divine. Do not fear it. Do not fear it. The conditioning conditions us to fear our power, to believe our power is worthless, to believe our power is reckless, to believe that your power will destroy, will hurt, will disappoint. This is all false. This is all illusion, the false illusion, the control, the external control, the ego, minimizing you, enslaving you, keeping you where you will never understand your power. For that's where those realms of that frequency, there's nothing wrong with that understanding, you see. The third dimension where we have ascended from is the realm of control. Everything there is to be controlled. It's simply the rule. There's nothing wrong with that realm. What was wrong was that you were there. You were not compatible with that frequency. You were in the wrong realm, but you had to start there. In fact, we started in way, way lower dimensional frequency realms because that was where Earth was, in order for us to shift it to these high frequencies. So in those realms, you agreed to their rules and their conditionings. So you forgot your way. You forgot that you were truly source energy, God force energy creating. Only now are you remembering. Only now are you awakening. And yet these beliefs, they're old. And so many humans believe it. So much of the world is still there. So it's confusing. We now bring clarity. The third dimension is the realm of control. There's nothing wrong with that realm, and we didn't come here to stop it. We came here to anchor in high frequencies in order for Earth to shift into the fifth dimension of authentic creation, by being authentic, by doing things your own way. So much so that the majority of humanity started doing this, and what happens on a majority level shifts the conscious level of that whole grid. The awakening of 2020, the 2020 light codes assisted a great deal for authentic creation, thus shifting us firmly into the Aquarian realm, the fifth dimension, where now your authentic experience can be, which is why you are feeling your source energy awaken more than ever before. So you are asked now, release all the ways, the thinkings of the old, and embrace the new. Everything is current. Everything is meant to be present. And should you allow yourself your present moment being, you'll be able to connect to those very energies you were programmed through religion and culture. And you'll be able to connect with them where they are now in presence, and guess what? You'll be quite surprised that they are no longer as they were described in those ancient books. They evolved a long time ago. For unlike humans, they do not remain frozen in permanence. Fascinating how we think that those beings from these ancient, eternal, these powerful beings are exactly the same as they were 2,000 years ago and more. Because of course they never grow, they never evolve. Really? Oh no, humans. They shifted a very long time ago. And you divine beings are here to awaken humanity to that understanding, for healing, but also for your own unique experiencing of your divine power and love. We trust this has assisted you to shift a little bit, to allow yourself power a little bit. And yes, it might be uncomfortable. It might be like, ooh, I don't know. That makes me, I don't know. But then if can I really claim that power? Yes, you can. Oh, but then that means that the things I believed in, we know. Take it easy, be gentle, release. It's okay. It's a process. And you are allowed to feel everything you feel. Just know that you are love. And love would never ask you to step out of love and call it love. Love would never deny itself its own existence. You are worthy, and you are source, creating, exploring, discovering itself. Allow yourself this freedom now. Allow yourself this love. It is not an easy journey. You all are traveling it. Yet, it is worth it. And it's because we knew how hard it would be. We came here to do it for the humans, on their behalf, because they do not have the capacity. For we are ancient, you are ancient, and they are extraordinarily young. Earth is an incredibly young experience. In fact, it is the latest of manifest experiences, the newest of creation. Very young indeed. So be gentle with yourself, be gentle with all the humans who are here on Earth. Don't disrupt the evolution process. They're exactly where they need to be. You just focus on the awakening of you. Allow yourself to align there. You will align with others who are awakening too, others who are not from this earth realm, others who are not of the physical, others who are of Source, of God, of this energy, of love. And we're here to awaken love for all humans to finally release themselves and finally discover what exactly can humans do when they allow themselves all that they are. Pure magic. Pure magic. Within divine love, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you soon. Take care.